we're just I think this is just it's been a really tough haul getting these kids to understand how to play defense hard. You know, I'm pleased with how, you know, we're scoring the ball even in losses better than we have in the past, but defensively this is our weakest team by far, and so it's we've got to do a better job. We've got to understand the problem first and then try to really work to correct it. So and we will, you know, that's what we do, but we got some work to do.
On that same subject, we talked to Kayla about it a little bit, and it seemed like every time a offensive player got a step down the lane, there was somebody there that probably could have jumped out, but they, for whatever reason, just stood there or turned away, and you know, they got too many easy buckets, and you know, no matter how good you are offensively, I guess you got to make some stops every now and then.
Yeah, I mean, and stops lead, you know, they help us, you know, leads to our transition, and we can be pretty fast at times, and it was helping us when we got a bit of a lead. We were getting stops, and then we weren't getting stops anymore, so it became a back and forth kind of game. So we just have to get back to the basic fundamentals for one thing, but the other thing is we weren't contesting shots very well. I mean, they were just out there having a shooting. It's just like a shooting drill for them because we weren't closing out tight on shooters. We just weren't there. We were giving them good looks. So yeah, we've got work to do.
At the same time, y'all still had 9 steals and were able to pick some pockets that way. I know Tony was doing pretty well on that. Was that at least a good sign for you that part of the defense was having a good time?
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, I'll take that, but you know, at the end of the day, we aren't contesting shots. The bottom line is we're not contesting shots. We're not getting out. We're not closing out hard. We're not committed to it, and that gives people opportunities to get good looks at the basket. You know, defense comes from your heart, and that's, you know, we're just not showing a lot of it right now on that end of the floor. Now, the other end of the floor, we all like to play that end of the floor, but the defensive end of the floor, we've got to, we don't have an identity at all, and it's hurting us.
It seemed like that also carried over to rebounding. They were just out hustling and getting a lot of offensive rebounds at that end.
I think that they out-hustled us all night. I think that team played really, really hard and did all they could. They threw everything they could at us. So, you know, we go back again. This team is young. We're coming off of had lost 3 of our last 4. So we were, you know, our confidence was a little bit shook. So this was a way for us to get back on the horse and play a game and see if we could win it. We won it. I'll take the win, but we still have some improvement to do.
In the third quarter, the game was within 4, going an 8-0 run. Same thing again. The fourth quarter, then you go on a 9-0 run after that.
Yeah.
Was there at least something with the mental toughness out of those couple losses that was invigorating for them to, you know, not slip any further and lose a game that way again?
Yeah, are you asking me to read their minds? I'm not going to read their minds. Well, I'll go back to this. I thought the zone helped us when we went to the zone. It stopped their downhill drives. It stopped their coming off of staggers, ball screens. It helped us for sure. And it kind of invigorated us a little bit. Why? I don't know. We don't even practice zone. So we just got out there and ran it. And I mean, we don't even work on that. So, but they got excited about it. So when they get excited about something or when they want to do something, we're athletically talented enough to do it. But we got to get our minds right.
The offense seemed to really click better in the second half when you moved the post player out to the top of the key and moved Kara down low. Was that something you talked about?
Yeah.
In the half?
Are you talking about like Blackshear or Ari, the 6'6" kid? Which one? Who was it?
I think both of them. And with Dunn down on the low post.
Yeah, we like posting Kara. We like posting her up. She has some advantage there because she jumps so well, and she's quick, really quick and light off her feet. So she definitely has some advantage there. So we were trying to post her up. Yeah.
It also seemed like your post players shot the ball more in the lane, not facing up, but, you know, with their backs to the basket and that type of thing.
I'm glad you noticed that, because that was one of the things we were really trying to do today, was pound the ball inside a little bit. Now, it wasn't beautiful or perfect or whatever, but what we've learned, and I'm sure that y'all would agree, we have not been a team that put much pressure on the rim. So we haven't put any kind of fear into our opponents with rim, you know, God, we got to protect the rim, man, they're so big, we're going to have to bring a double down there. Well, no, they don't even have to guard anybody down there. So we're getting back to that. We've got to be able to have some presence in the paint, on the block, to create some problems for the defense.
All right, a couple questions, anything? All right,
Yeah.
thanks, Coach.
All right, thanks, y'all. Yeah, we were trying